Wyclef for president.
It's Chris Bagley, Wyclef Jean, just performed at USF.
We just
Wyclef-
killed this shit, man. We killed it.
Yeah!
What it is, boy.
Woo!
Down, man. Got you in the choker, boy. You know what I'm saying? We still partying, man.
Why are you running for president?
We gotta change things, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy out there.
Why don't,
Obama make me feel like we all could run. You know?
why do you think more artists out there aren't making songs like President?
Well, I mean, every man is created and has a different destiny, right? Coming from where I came from, third world country, I just feel like it's my obligation. You come to America, you get that dream, right? So you gotta always remember to give something back. And I grew up with like Bob Marley, you know, that's one of my idols. Jimmy Cliff, like Marvin Gaye was going on, you know what I'm saying? So these artists really always just, you know, at this time, what's going on right now, if you ain't like making some form of like rebel music, you're basically not saying nothing because there's too much going on for you not to be saying nothing, you know?
Mm-hmm. So why did you give USF students the chance to produce your music video for it?
I mean, for me, it was important. A record, like if I was president, had to come from a college student. Like it had to, this version, which means like the version with like talking about like Obama and Hillary and the Yes We Can. That version needed a fresh eye to it. It needed like purity. Like if I went and shot it, you know, I would have made it real fancy. And you know, we got like the Sweetest Girl song out there. It's like real big. It's like platinum, you know. And I wanted to counteract it with something that was very, very underground looking. So, you know, I reached out to Alexandra and she's like the female Spielberg. When she like get her first Oscar for a real movie, she gonna be like, good looking, Clef.
You've worked with Paul Simon, Shakira, Norah Jones just on Carnival 2. Who's given you the best experience in a collaboration?
Paul Simon, man, you know what I mean? Because he's like legendary beyond legendary. Like me, Shakira, like Nora, you know, we still at like a reasonable age where, you know, it's all like still relevant. But Paul Simon, he been doing it like decade after decade after decade, and his voice still sounds the same, so it's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So if you could choose one artist or band to collaborate with that you haven't, who would it be?
I'd be like part of the Bob Marley and the Wailers, man. I like Lenny Kravitz a lot. You know, I think he's a dope artist. I think me and him doing something would be probably magical.
Now, I know you mentioned Bob Marley and artists and that, but among, you know, him, where else do you get your inspiration from?
I mean, the church. I was raised in the church, you know. Me and my sisters, my brothers, it all really comes from the church. Like, I know in a way it sounds like cliches because a lot of us be like it's from the church.
What's one thing you've learned from being in this music industry for as long as you have?
You know, just every day you ain't gonna be on the top, you know what I mean? But the most important thing is to be consistent. When you consistent with your message and you real to yourself, the public will always allow you to come back with a record. Like, they'll always give it that listen. But if one day you're talking about Jules, and then the next day, you know, you talking about F this hoe, then you talk about B, and then you saying I want to be president, people ain't gonna buy that, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stick to the format, you know? Rebel Music, the Carnival 2. After this concert now, everyone in your school is gonna get a Carnival 2 CD. They're gonna play it like a cult, so when I come back, when I come back for part 2B, bring a mask with you, get ready. Because I'm going to stuff you from the audience. Boom.
You just played an over 10-minute carnival-like song. Where does that come from?
Yo, it's on the Carnival 2. It's called, on the Carnival 2, it's called a Touch a Button Carnival Gem, and it's actually 13 minutes long. It's the last joint on the CD. Get that on and put it on repeat. Hit that treadmill. You won't come down.
What can you tell us about music theory?
Dad, you already know I'm on my next one. I mean, really, I didn't get a chance to go to Berkeley, so this is my theory, you know what I'm saying? So it's like me as a professor, That's how I see the theory of music. Everybody has their own theory. So my theory is fusion. So on this one, it's almost like if I did make it to Berkeley, how would I combine the music, you know? It's going to be, you know, there's a lot of people running out of material now, so I don't want to give them no ideas. But it's really going to be like music theory. Like, I didn't get a chance to, you know how, like, Kanye got, what, the graduation, you know? This is like really, if I had a chance to be a professor and have taught, this is how I would teach my theory, you know what I'm saying? So look out for that. It's, of course, going to be a fusion. It's going to be part 3. Y'all know I'm on a roll right now. I can't stop, baby. 3 years straight, then I'll decide what I'm going to do next. I might go to Walt Disney after 3 years.
Music Theory, next album coming out in the near future. Wyclef Jean, USF, and he's running for president. I'm Chris Bagley.
If I could, I'd Dick Cheney.
Assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if Wyclef was president, if I was president.